Witcher 1 and 2 were released with prefix of Enhanced Edition, bringing more content to both games. Such luck has not happened with Witcher 3, at least officially, until a modder decided to take the reins of naming their overhaul mod as Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition. If there is one thing the mod author has sought to work with this mod, it has been immersion, carving the specific way a Witcher should be played. Starting off with the most obvious changes, the mod has removed levels from everything. You don't gain experience, you don't have level requirements, you don't have enemies with different levels, everything is set on stone. You can explore anywhere and take on anything at the beginning of the game with the potential to be successful in your endeavors instead of being completely barred from content. The progression is instead very organic, thanks to getting good only by the way of using your combat skills, tools, utilities, everything to ease up the troubles that lie ahead. Talents has been overhauled in a similar style of the Elder Scrolls series. In order to gain skill points for talents in specific list, you need to perform things governing the skill. Light attacks to gain progress on light attacks, crossbow usage, potion, oil or bomb creation, and quest progression for general skill lists. All the skills can be maxed out, and the way they work is not just by artificially increasing stats. For example, maxing out bomb skill tree, you get more slowdown time to throw your bombs. The bombs that don't damage normally deal some form of minor damage. Throwing the same bomb again causes enemy to become more susceptible for it. And on explosion, bomb divides into fragments to give more damage or cover wider area. Because of these changes, the items are also now static, making rare tier items actually rare and noteworthy, while relic items are one of their kind and needs refinement before you can use them. They do provide unique ability, be it in terms of elemental damage or buffs based on decapitating your enemies. Now you don't look so much into raw damage or defense of weapons and armor, but instead what abilities they provide. One of the weapons I ended up using in the long run myself was one that had a chance to break opponents' shields, because it allowed me to just smash their shields with normal attacks until they dropped it and left them defenseless. The combat itself has been overhauled by removing automatic targeting and instead making it more skill-based. Geralt attacks to the direction of the camera, unless having target lock on enemy. This makes it capable to swing camera to allow for striking enemies behind or with one enemy, do hit and run tactics as the auto-targeting allows you to home in from long distance, whereas non-locked you are reduced to close swipes. Poise has been introduced and like its namesake, it's a stat that allows you to avoid being staggered. This is really important if not playing with signs, since it's very possible to get stun-locked by a group of enemies if one hit manages to connect. Not to mention, with every strike there is a chance to receive or give injury, which has additional debuffs that will not be healed until the health meter is full. Signs are given a mild overhaul with their talents, but ones that stands out are Gwen and Urden for me. Gwen is not anymore immunity to attack, but instead negates some damage, while keeping you immune for staggering while it is on. It is not essential tool, but it is still very useful, just not in a sense that it will break the game's balance like the base game Gwen. Urden, on the other hand, slows down enemies and makes ghosts and wraiths materialized, but also drains health of enemies with sappings, which if they receive enough are sneersed, immobilized and just standing in place for a few seconds. Alchemy is given more complexity thanks to not only for potions, oils and bombs not replenishing anymore with alcohol, but you have different alchemy ingredients of variable quality, and using certain options allows for better tier product to come out from creation. There is also recipes for creating high quality substance and recipes for cooking basic food to higher tier food. By default, in order to do alchemy, upgrade gear or level up your skills, you need to meditate, which causes time to pass, but instead of as a simple menu, the mod shows Geralt in meditating pose as the time passes by. Meditation is also a useful way to restore vitality if it's low enough, and one doesn't want to use food or potions for it. Overall, this mod reminds me back to how Witcher 1 and 2 handled combat and alchemy, where preparation for the battle was the important factor. Thanks to Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition, this feeling is brought back and the difficulty is not anymore artificial that is based on stats, but instead players' skills and tactics. Over the course of my own playthrough with this mod, I have made foolish mistakes that led to my demise a few times, even with common enemies. Learning from mistakes and knowing the strength and weakness of the enemy is the key to defeating them. And with a very high quality open world game like Witcher 3, this mod is one of those must-try things for everyone.